Yeah, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, D-Generation. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong intro. Welcome, everybody, to War Commander Unshackled. Yes, it is I scream, you scream, we all scream. Hold out. On tonight's panel right now, we have the luxurious Skipjack. We have Rambo. We have Ghost Rider. And we have Erwin Ramel, a.k.a. Zach. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Hello. I didn't do it.
Hello.
Hello.
Wasn't mine.
What me?
Wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
All right, everybody. Well, tonight we have a few things to go over, some update notes and whatnot. Give me 1 second, and I will screen share all the juicy tidbits.
And
yes,
the cream.
I said juicy.
Oh, wait, yeah, and the cream.
And the cream.
That ice cream truck or a full cream truck?
Whoa. All right. Well, everybody, as you all know, today was maintenance day, and we had a few updates to do. So, of course, first out we're going to say is holdout. Commanders, have your platoons ready. There's a report of hostile enemy movements incoming. We may need to stand our ground against these invaders. Holdout is back with a new rewards and new twists. Keep your eyes peeled out in between the waves. Bonus crates will now drop, and when claimed will provide immediate effects to your units or enemies. These crates need to be claimed quickly due to the high value effects. They will self-destruct to protect themselves from falling into the wrong hands. Act quickly to acquire these bonus crates and reap the rewards. Of course, holdout will start to Friday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. PD time, and will end May 6th, 10 a.m. PD time. Now, of course, we've had a few content changes. Your new defensive unit, the Screamer unit. Of course, it's I scream, you scream, we all scream for the new Screamer unique. This Survivors took a wholesome ice cream truck that we all know and love and modded it into a tactical defensive war machine. The Screamer gets results, and the results are sweet. Screamer is the first defensive unique unit for the Survivors. It is not an ordinary ice cream truck. This frozen dairy holding machine vehicle is equipped with a new powerful ICE, the interface control emitter, working in tandem with the redundancy AI program, constant repulsive equations adjustment machine, or CREAM. Now, of course, the Mana Core bases, we've heard your feedback, and after further review and play tests, we have reduced the difficulty of the Mana Core bases.
I'd like to add to that that's an edited update, by the way.
Alrighty. Now, of course, here are your bug fixes. The judge won't attack ground until enemy units deploy. Fixed. Never had a problem. Okay.
I did. And not to make a joke, because normally I would, but I definitely had an issue with the third one about my long arm tech. I'm not kidding. It did not give the extent.
At least it wasn't the handle.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, literally in game. I'm not joking. The first two, the second one did not have I didn't have a problem with, but the first two I was affected with. But go ahead.
All right. The judge attack ground UI remains after the stop command. Fixed. And of course, the judge tech long arm does not appear to extend range. Fixed. Okay, here's one that everybody's complained about. The Ruby cannot prioritize Dragon's Teeth and low wire engagement. That has been fixed.
That was annoying.
And, of course, who the hell uses Ruby?
I do.
Shh. I call her Ruby, but you know.
Ruby is a suicidal. Ruby is still a suicidal bitch. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Sometimes she gets the job done. Sometimes you just need to hire a suicidal bitch and get the job done.
Yep. All
PMS.
right. Changing bunker types protected by fortification turrets. Put it in a broken state. That has been fixed. So
Yay.
let's go down the panel and ask so far, what do you all think about this? Let's start with Rambo. Put him on the spot.
Good.
I'll
Well,
tell
that
you,
wasn't
I
me.
haven't seen any of these problems, so I think it's all good as long as everything's fixed. But I haven't seen any of these problems except for the Ruby thing with the Dragon's Teeth. It was annoying. It would let it on Ruby, and it would all of a sudden go right to the teeth.
Alrighty. The one, what do you think? And hang on, before you start speaking, Zach, type your comments kind of in the side chat, would you please?
Yeah, about the judge, I mean, mine is in the armory, but I'm very happy his pre-ejaculation issue is fixed.
He went for it.
Thanks.
But and the Ruby, also, now I can actually Ruby a base again.
And a mouthful of that too.
Yeah. And the last one, like, I actually had that during the invasion. Like, every time I swapped the bunker type over, it fucking broke for an hour. So I'm happy it's fixed. But yeah, the judge is also happy.
That's great. So, all right. And let's see here. Skipjack,
Yes, dear.
what do you think so far?
Oh, good. I'm not unmuted. I mean, I am unmuted. I was getting ready to type. No, there was something really bad that just showed up in forums, so I need somebody else to send a warning. But I'll throw it over to Cyberturd really fast. I was
All right.
affected by the first one and the
Yeah.
third one.
Zach, we're waiting on you too, by the way.
Yeah, I just moved something to the trash can, so I imagine he's probably going to get very upset and either create an alt or he's going to post something again. So, sorry about that.
Okay.
The first one I was affected by, and the second one, and then I'm starting to use my go-go bar more and pay attention to some of that kind of stuff. I never really did use the stop command for the judge, so it might not have been working for me. I don't know. I do know for other players that especially the Dragon's Teeth, and I know it's low wire entanglement. I type LWE. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, so I just say barbed wire. Okay. I know there were a lot of players that had issues with that. I don't know if I really did have that problem or not. I certainly never did have that problem while using my Prophet and targeting. So, but then again, I wasn't always using Ruby. Sometimes I'd let the Prophet go on Ruby and then direct my other units. As far as the changing bunker, again, I wasn't affected by it, but I did see other players that were affected by that. I am excited about the defensive unique. I'm really looking forward to plus as a survivor unit, so, and that's my faction, so I'm excited about it. I don't really know that much about it. I know it's in the go-go bar, so, but I haven't had time to test it today. I'd love to do some more testing. I'm excited about the bases, and I know we'll get to that with the release notes about the bases and when they're coming out and all that kind of good stuff. I like that Kixeye's coming up with some cool, different, fun ideas, and I definitely like the playfulness of the wording. So that's just my opinion on it. You know, you all know my personality, so.
Yeah, that's about the same as mine.
Yeah, I promise I will not scream on this show. Like I did on
Maybe moan and groan, but not scream.
Ooh.
Well, from what I heard, there were several people that were not able to get up out of their chairs.
I think one of them was whacking off.
I was like, I don't want anybody to hurt themselves.
One up in the ER. Explain that one.
All right. So, well, according to Ramel, last event in base could be done, 1 through 7 can be done with Ruby. That's scary. Anyway, he's super excited about the Dragon's Teeth and barbed wire defensive finally getting fixed. I don't know if that's me or somebody else, but I've got some wicked feedback.
That's you.
Hang on. Also, he's semi-happy about the judge being fixed. Holdout, New defensive and super unit. So while I'm looking at my speakers here, Brandon, you're up.
Well, first of all, Storm Chaser says, "Oh, I'm echoing too." Storm Chaser says, "Don't make promises you might have trouble keeping," and that's true. And Dark, sometimes Hangouts do cause echo and issues. They've done it before, so this may be another issue that they're having because this is all a new thing to them. So you never know.
Right.
And-
It just went away too.
Yeah, see? There you go. So I think it's just like the last time. The issue that I had was the Dragon's Teeth and the low wire entanglement. I mean, my units would just like stay still and just, okay, I'm screwed, you know?
Mhm.
And you would have and you just let them die or in attack or whatever, you know. It's just that's a problem that I saw. But I didn't really see the other ones. Of course, I don't play as much these days, but I still play quite a bit, just not as often. And I mean, like, I still log it every day and do stuff and help others and whatever. But the one that stuck out the most for me was the Dragon's Teeth and the wire entanglement issues, and I'm glad that is fixed. That's all I have for it.
Well, that's good then. So we'll get a consensus from the panel real quick. Do we want to do holdout or do we want to do the new invasion unit? Or not the new defensive unit, sorry.
Well, let's see. Well, I have a question then.
Uh-huh.
I think that's either a challenge or a special request. Could I possibly read the details of the Screamer unit?
Sure, you can. So the question is which do we do first?
Let's do the Screamer unit first, just so I can get
Get that out of the way.
Before she gets distracted.
All right.
I'm not sure if that's a challenge, but I figured, give the man what he wants.
All right. So
That's
of course,
a challenge.
here's your new defensive unit.
Okay, so do you have it? You have it up? All right, I'm reading off of my Kickside forum. So you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Clear my voice.
I'm gonna mute up just for a second,
Okay.
so that way you don't hear thump 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 thump.
Okay. All right, here we go. Good Lord. Commanders, I scream, you scream, we all scream for the new Screamer Unique. The survivors took the wholesome ice cream truck that we all know and love and modded it into a tactical defensive war machine. The Screamer gets results, and the results are, sweet. The Screamer is the first defensive unique for the survivors. It's not an ordinary ice cream truck. This frozen dairy holding vehicle is equipped with a new powerful weapon, ICE, the interference control emitter, and it works in tandem with a rudimentary AI program called Constant Repulsion Equation Adjustment Machine, or yes, ladies and gentlemen, cream. Yummy. Together they slow the movement speed of all enemy aircraft attacking the base and provide target data to friendlies, increasing the damage dealt to up to 5 marked targets. Oh, commanders, especially ladies, can you imagine 5 at once? Oh, I love it. Unlock the Screamer by taking down the Screamer unique bases. You will be rewarded with a Screamer part. Oh, yeah. For each base you take down, yeah, right there. These bases are only available for a limited time. They start on May the 2nd at midnight Pacific Daylight Time and end May 5th at midnight Pacific Daylight Time. So if you hear screaming from the East Coast at 3 o'clock in the morning, you'll know it's me.
Look what Rambo put on the side chat.
Oh my Lord.
I was good. I didn't do what I did on the other show, but I was good.
I think
I tried to behave.
I think Rambo may have just lost it.
Yeah, and a couple of people inside chat.
What channel rating is this one?
It's PG-17, maybe.
Yeah.
I tripped it to the wrong room.
There you go.
I think we just went to rated R.
I didn't say anything bad. I read the notes exactly the way they were.
So,
Did you want me to read the next one?
You can read the next one, but let's go over the levels real quick of this unique unit.
Oh.
So this is the first time we've ever got the stats.
Yeah, we
right
don't
off the
normally
bat.
get the stats when we get the unit. I was totally blown away. Oh, so kudos to Pick Team.
By the Creamobile.
Now, each level is going to go up 400,000 hit points, which is quite a good chunk of change right there. So at level 1, it's 1.44 million health points. The DPS, it's a bishop damage.
14,400,000.
See, it says you got to get close and personal for this one.
Yeah, you got to get real close and personal. But its range is only 550 at level 1. Now, of course, at level 2, you know, its range gets a little bit better. It's going up by 5 each time. At level 3, well, 560 range. Level 4, 565. Level 5, 570. Level 6, it starts to get up there, 575 range. Then at level 7, well, 580. I'm just going to go ahead and skip up to the juicy part. Level 10, 1.8 million health and a range of 600. Huh?
What? No, 18 million, hon.
18 million? Okay, sorry. Sorry, 18 million and a range of 600. So, I could have sworn somebody said, we get a range buff, though, as well with this unit in the base.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying, like based on your faction.
Yeah, based on your faction, you're going to get a range buff.
I imagine that's just like the standard stats, and then if you have the survivor faction, then you'll get the range boost.
Boobies. Anyway. So yeah, with that buff, if I remember correctly, I could have sworn somebody said something around 720 range.
I think that's what you know what, I don't have the exact stats. Storm Chaser still in the side chat. I'm not exactly sure, and I don't want to misquote it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I didn't expect that we were going to get these stats today, or I would have done the math ahead of time, and I honestly expected we weren't going to get the stats until the bases came out.
So
what's the percent?
What's the buff we get? 20%?
20? 720 then.
Okay, so if it's so 720 if the buff is 20.
Yeah, because Storm Chaser say, wait, range buff?
Yeah, the buff, the faction gets a range buff.
Yeah.
Defenders. If they're aligned to that.
Yes, at least I hope so.
An animal says defending versus air.
Well, it's supposed to slow down all air units. Animal. So, all right. So, what do you guys think of this unique unit?
I think it's another meat shield, kind of like the Nova.
Could be, but remember, it's only for defensive units, and we got. I think it's. I think holdout starts when. Anyway, we'll find that out, and I think I see a few people coining this for the defensive
junk trunk.
It is a
free candy.
Modified. So remember, the survivors are a scavenger faction, so they're going to piecemeal together whatever the heck they can find.
Yep.
Yeah, Storm Chaser says. Yeah, Storm Chaser says there's no faction range buff on this one.
Okay, well then it's going to be 600 flat out.
Okay, well that's I was going to say that would be okay. That's good to know if he doesn't think that there is one. But yeah, when you get your faction buff going in a defensive unit, your units are supposed to get an additional 20%. But if we can always check on it.
Yep, we'll do some testing on it.
He says sorry, he doesn't believe that there is one. The debuff affects the unit. But the debuff effect unit has effects all air regardless of range.
Oh,
there you go.
So that's high altitude affected too.
Okay. Ooh.
Ouch.
I think it's badass.
The Herald.
I was gonna say, I think it's badass looking. I'm a redneck. I'm used to, jerry rigging stuff and putting stuff together. So, like I said, my family's originally from the South, so this looks like something we might drive, like, as a food truck, and then we might go pick up some hogs and pigs and take them down to the slaughter and then hang them and, then take them down to the smokehouse to smoke them, and then, I don't know, maybe sit up on top and watch NASCAR. I don't know.
see, down south, I mean, to me, that looks like something that all they're missing is something to make the tires hump as it's going along.
Yeah. I mean, I like what it looks like. I think Tony did a good job with the artwork. I'd love to see a Giphy if there was one, a GIF. I'm sorry, I call them Giphies, but I'd love to see a Giphy on it. I know, yes, I've already looked at what it does in the Go-Go Bar, but I haven't really played around with it yet. Excuse me, but
that's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. The range only affects the mark status it applies, like the Bishop. Oh, okay. All right, I gotcha. That makes sense.
Well, can you imagine this on
I tried to put it in the Go-Go Bar here. It's not doing anything.
targeting the Herald or the Manticores?
The Shepherd?
AKA the Shepherd, the AKA fart boxes and whatnot.
Hey guys, wonder how slow the Manticore will be then.
Storm Chaser, we're going to need some new tech for the Manticores.
Yeah, and I got a question about this new unit right here. I know level 10 is supposed to give ice cream, but does 9 give you pickles? No.
No.
Does 8 give clam juice?
I've also got to ask because, I mean, the other defensive unique units we've had so far have all had tech. Are we going to get tech for this unit at any time soon? Gotta ask.
I do believe. I was going to say, I think Storm Chaser actually, somebody asked that in Discord earlier, but I'd have to look it up what it was that he said. But I do believe that he said that was. I will let him answer if he's listening, if there'll be a tech coming. But we talked about it earlier on the European show, and I can see this, especially with the new turrets, because I have Go-Go Bar tested some of the. Yes, it's going to have tech. Okay.
Oh, immediately.
Immediately. Oh,
immediately. Wait.
Yeah.
Whoa. So do we have to go hit more bases, 3 more to get the 3 techs, or is it instantaneous?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to worry about going out and hitting 3 more.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like a larger clip size.
Yeah, when I was Go-Go Bar testing some of the new turrets, I can see this one being an extra raptor catcher. You know what I'm saying? So even the new the new turrets will drop a Herald, a Shepherd, a Manticore. I mean, in a heartbeat. A Siege.
He says you'll have to.
I'm sorry, not
the extra
Herald.
Bases.
Siege. Okay, you have to hit the bases for the tech.
And I guess we're going to need to get Lyle
like the Kraken and stuff.
do a quick update on that, so that way that can be posted on what it's going to have.
After you earn the unit.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the Judge, the Kraken, that stuff.
Great. Thank you, Storm Chaser.
I can definitely see this one being a raptor catcher. Where the new turrets aren't as fast as catching the raptors, I can definitely see this one putting it near your CC for people who are trying to knock your stealth shield down.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see this being a good unit for a raptor catcher. We'll see. I mean, I haven't played around with it yet.
I just want to know if it's going to fart while it moves.
God, I hope not.
I don't know.
I want that as a tech.
I know. I see the little ice cream cones on the back. I want to know if the little ice cream cones swirl around. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Or I want to see. I haven't played with it yet either, so I just got home right before the show started, so I haven't had a chance. I want to know if you have the full graphics on, if it has like smoke coming out the tailpipe.
Yeah. Let's see. The speed is reduced 50%, so being a percent is going to affect faster units more than it affects slower units like a Manticore. Ooh. All right, so that's kind of cool. I already know what to do to take care of the Manticores, but I'm keeping that to myself. Sorry, y'all have to figure that one out yourself.
All right, well, let's get over to the holdout. And we're going to let Brandy read this one. Or, I was going to say Ghost Face. But,
Ghost Rider. I know, it's really, really hard. I know, Ghost Rider.
It's Ghost
Well, I'm sure that after earlier, I'm not the only one that's hard.
No.
All right.
Okay, so I'll read from my section, and you can scroll down.
I'll scroll down as you go. So tell me when you're ready.
All right, I am ready, sir.
Go for it.
Details for holdout. Start date is Friday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. PDT. End date Monday, May 6th at 10 a.m. PDT. So, commanders, have your platoons at the ready. There are reports of hostile enemy movements incoming. We may need to stand our ground against these invaders. Holdout consists of a series of 3 bases that you must protect with your platoons. The base's scale and difficulty in each one consists of 3 waves of enemies. Beating each wave rewards you with units, components, tokens, or other powerful prizes. Defeat all 3 holdout bases to unlock the logistics and the bonus base, an extremely difficult battle that rewards you with war paints and extra logistics. Logistics are special ops type boosts that instantly repair damaged units in one of your platoons. In holdout, your units cannot retreat and you cannot deploy air. Choose your platoon composition carefully. Pro tips: you can use your defensive unique units in holdout bases. For logistics, the survivors have instantly repaired all survivor units in a platoon. Survivor specific unit repair instantly repairs a specific survivor unit. Example, gunship unit repair. For sentinels, sentinel repair instantly repairs all sentinel units in a platoon. Sentinel specific unit repair instantly repairs a specific sentinel unit. Example, envoy unit repair. Some people call it envoy, some envoy, but yeah. Corpus repair instantly repairs all corpus units in a platoon. Corpus specific unit repair instantly repairs a specific corpus unit. Example, Serbia's unit repair. And this is how it works.
All right, real quick, I'm going to make a public service announcement on this part here. For
What
your logistics repair, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you stop your repair before using this. Okay? Don't just, let me go ahead and hit the logistics button, and then while it's repairing, guess what's going to happen? Unfortunately, it is a bug, and I don't know when it's going to get fixed, but they are aware of it. Just please
don't
stop
do that.
your repair.
And before you play holdout, please go in and look to see how many logistics you still have left over, either from a compensation award that we got from 2 events ago or from the previous holdout. I don't think, as far as I know, Kixeye will compensate you if you're not looking to see how many logistics that you have. If you don't know, I have had some new players and some returning players. If you don't have anything under repair, you won't necessarily see the logistics button. So go kill off a buggy or something, and then you'll see the logistics button if you want to see how many logistics you have. So in other words, there are some players that got the compensation, 2 events ago when they gave out logistics. They didn't know where to see them because they had no idea how to use them. So before you start holdout, just go and double check what logistics that you have before you earn more, so that you don't overfill your logistics. Because you can only hold, at the moment, you can only hold 6. 6? Yes.
Yep, 6.
That would be great.
Wish there would be more.
I'm hoping. Fingers are crossed. I'm hoping we get 6 for repairs and eventually 6 for building upgrades.
Still got 2 or 3.
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
All right. Hang on real quick, Bessie. If you would, please get a hold of a mod on Discord. The link is underneath the description for the official Discord server. It should be anyway. If you click on the see more at the bottom, we might be able to help you with that. If you do qualify for support, please put in a ticket and ask them to remove the Lancers from your base.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. Back to the show. Ghost Rider, you're up.
You got it right. Yay. All right. How it works. Holdout bases. Once holdout begins, head to the world map to find holdout bases. Upon deploying units into these bases, they will be attacked by 3 waves of enemies. Your units are deployed in the center of the base. In holdout, your units cannot retreat, and you cannot deploy air. Choose your platoon composition carefully. Base 1. Defend holdout base 2. The following prizes are available in this base. Wave 1, you can get 1 caretaker. Wave 2, 2 full caretaker component sets. Completion, 1 Metacore training token. 1 Annihilator training token. I wanted to say anal.
I know what you were going to say.
Every time I look at that unit, that's exactly what I think. That's exactly what I'm saying in my head. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god. That's Kickstarter's fault. Sorry.
Yep, the annihilator.
That's an
We
anal.
all have pet names for some of these units out there.
Like the fart boxes. I love that one.
Or,
Alright.
or I don't think the person will mind if I'm not going to say his name, but he is on Discord and he calls it a flying cheeseburger. And if you're watching, you can smile and grin and fall off your chair laughing now.
Oh boy.
I think this is an epic amount of stuff to get just for the first base.
Yes.
You've
And
never
plus,
done- yeah, I mean, obviously they change holdout every time we do them, but and I like that they change it up because it's not boring. But just the fact that you can get this much just in the first base, that's
yeah.
a lot of stuff. I'm
And plus 2 caretaker training tokens.
Yes.
That's awesome. Alright. Base 2. Head to base 2 and win the following prizes. Wave 1. Envoy. How do y'all say it? Envoy or envoy?
I say envoy, but
Okay, that's
That's
better.
what's
That's
Envoy.
easier. Wave 2. Well, I'm from the south, so we say things like that differently. Wave 2. Full envoy component sets. Completion 2 Metacore training tokens plus 2 Annihilator training tokens. 2 envoy training tokens. I had to say it. I'm sorry. Base 3. Defend holdout base 3. The following prizes are available in this base. Wave 1, 1 bishop and 2 sentries. Wave 2, 2 full bishop component sets and 2 full sentry component sets. Completion.
Oh, thank you.
4 Metacore trading tokens and 4 Annihilator trading tokens. 2 Bishop trading tokens. Okay, I'll behave. And 2 Sentry trading tokens. Mission accomplished. Then, upon completion of all 3 holdout bases, you will receive 1 random logistics, 1 restart token. Please note that there isn't a limit to the amount of restart tokens you can earn during the holdout event.
That was a question I was just going to ask.
The tokens are lost after the event ends, however. And that
Yes, and
sucks.
to reiterate that, because it was there were a couple people that were watching the European show. I don't think English was their first language. When they say the tokens are lost after the event, it's pertaining to the restart tokens. So don't get confused between. There were a couple people that sent me PMs and they were like, well, why will they take the tokens away after we get them? And I was confused, and they're comparing the logistics and the tokens as being the same thing. That means the restart token, not your logistics being lost.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
Yes.
So you can't save them for next time.
Yes, exactly.
And that's it for that one.
Okay.
Next.
Sorry about that. You know my the way I think. Just like skipjacks.
Oh, you forgot. Now you got to do the bonus base.
Error.
Bonus token.
Error.
Bonus.
All right. So let's see. Bonus base. Defeat all 3 waves in each holdout base to unlock the bonus base. Defending each wave will grant you one of the following prizes. Wave 1, Annihilator War Paint. Sahara Phantom War Paint. Wave 2, Annihilator War Paints. Arctic Phantom War Paint. Wave 3, 4 Annihilator War Paints. Meteor Phantom War Paint ×1. Random specific op list below, and 1 random logistics. You can get them from either Survivor Unit Repair All Logistics, Corpus Repair All Logistics, or Sentinel Repair All Logistics. Available specific ops Burn Notice, Skyfall, Unstoppable, It's Electric, Double Agent, Anti-Personal Shells, bonus crates, bonus.
I was gonna say let's pause there for a minute before we get to the crates because I'm excited about the crates. But if you don't mind, I wanted to ask how people felt about that part because I know there's been some people that have said that they're not really keen on the paints, but there's a lot of people in the community that are asking for paints, whether they do or they don't do something for the units. There are a lot of people who are collectors like that.
Well, that unit needs a shave and a haircut.
It's the Annihilator with a ghillie suit.
I was gonna say with spikes. He's a horny Annihilator.
Michael wants to know if that's only for base defense or not.
The Annihilator? No.
No. No. Mm-mm.
No. This is what we got in our last event.
The last event.
So it's I would put it as the Scorcher, or you could say the Purifier on steroids.
No, he's saying the unit that we're showing right now.
Yeah, this is the Annihilator.
Yep.
So I mean, here's the original. Here's the Annihilator with a ghillie suit.
Yep.
Original?
No, I guess he's talking about. Okay, he's more specific. The Screamer.
Oh, the Screamer is a defensive unit only.
Yeah, defensive unit only.
So yes, you can put it in your platoon. However, you cannot deploy it when attacking somebody. Now, if somebody attacks your platoon,
if somebody attacks your platoon, you're going to lose it.
Well, besides that, it's going to be, it can be used in that platoon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use it as a defensive unit.
Yeah, so please don't flood, the ticket system and say, hey, this person has, it's just like the judge. We got so many of those. It just, we kept trying to get it out to the community. It's a defensive unit only, but you can still put it in a platoon. You just can't use it in PvP. So it could still be put in a tune. It can still die if you leave it on the map. So don't do that. But don't send a ticket in and say, hey, this person's cheating. They've got their Screamer in a platoon. If they're stupid enough to put it in there and put it out on the map, you should go hit it and kill it.
Just like they're stupid enough to leave their Jug, their Romero, their Nova, the Prophet. If they leave it out on the map, go kill it, please.
Yeah, go kill it. Go kill it. But yeah, don't flood the ticket system and say this person's cheating because they have it in a PvP tune on the map. They can't use it. So it's just to mess with you. So, there's plenty of players out there that are trying to mess with your head. So don't flood the ticket system and say this person's cheating.
The only way they could use it is if you attack that platoon, and then they could use it as a defensive unit.
Hey, Skip.
But it's still going to die, right?
Hey, Skip.
Uh-oh.
Somebody wants to know if you're a Screamer.
And I just heard a goat enter the room.
I heard a goat too. I heard a goat too. Although his avatar name comes up as Dead Tree. So
I didn't know it. It wasn't me.
I hear the goat. Hey, Destry, how you feeling?
Rough today, but I'm hanging in there.
Oh,
hey, Destry.
That's good. It's good to hear your voice.
Welcome, Dead Tree.
Exactly.
It's that Destry.
Hear your voice.
It sounds like Destry.
So let's get a recap for Destry here. Have you heard what we were talking about?
I just come in a couple minutes ago.
Okay, so we'll get from you later. Go read real quick.
All right.
So, I know you're going to be a little cross-eyed. Goats have cross-eyed. So anyway, you may have to close one eye. All right, let's get over to the bonus crates real quick.
All right. The bonus crates offer a unique immediate benefits to your units when claimed. Look out for these valuable crates around the map in between waves. These crates only inhabit the battlefield for a short time before self-destructing, so you'll need to act quickly. To claim the crates, you'll have to have your unit stand over them and they'll unlock. The rewards from these crates are random and include effects that boost your existing units, create negative units towards negative effects towards enemy units, or give additional units for you to use during your assault. These bonus crates have the power to change the tides of war. Don't squander this opportunity, Commander. Now, I do have a question about that enemy units. Is it kind of like a turncoat?
When we get down to the bottom, yeah, you'll kind of see. If you were to scroll up, that's what the crate looks like, really big. But if you scroll up to the main picture of Holdout, you can see the crates in the you can actually see the crates dropped in the Holdout artwork. So that's kind of how they're going to appear on the. This is what they look really big, but that's how they're going to appear on the. You can see if you see the one between the Caretaker and the Nova. Yeah, right there. So they're going to actually drop. There's another one over there by the Draken. So they're going to drop down on your battlefield. Obviously, this isn't what our battlefield looks like, and they're going to land. So yeah, you're going to need to like go over and collect them in order to take advantage of them.
Okay.
Kind of a thing.
All right. So bonus crates rewards. Some effects may cause damage to friendly units. Use with caution. Shock for all. Friendly units apply shock. Corrosion for all. Applies corrosion. Zombifier for all. All friendly units apply infected. Bishop backup spawns 1 Caretaker. War Dog backup spawns 5 War Dogs. Track R backup spawns 2 Thor Billy Ghosts.
Yep, those are the nightmares that are like the thorium color.
Right.
I hope those get the kick-ass range that kick size Billy Goats have.
And you say Ox. Okay, backup spawns 1 Ox C tank.
Ooh.
I know. I see Onyx keeps creeping back in.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and a hot rod. Did it go with her ice cream?
She's an honorary hot chick there, but she keeps sneaking in.
Is that hot rod backup supposed to help us with trying to cool off with the ice cream truck thing going on? I just don't know. Because it spawns 3 hot rods. I'm excited.
I think the next is going to help us with the ice cream truck.
Oh, damn it. Anyways, meteor shower. Thor meteor shower that randomly crashes on the battlefield, dealing damage to enemies and creating AoEs that hurt everyone.
Yes,
sounds fun.
One you want to be careful of.
Sounds fun though. Missile strike. Peacekeeper missiles launched randomly on battlefield only damages enemies.
So the one that's going to hurt you guys
is the meteor shower.
The meteor shower.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
That's gonna be a hurt. Ouch! If you get hit with them.
Ow! Ow!
So you got to be quick. Retreat may be your best friend at that point. Maybe not. I don't know, but we shall see.
Is the effect immediate or does it linger?
The effect
that's a good question.
Linger.
Yeah, is it like the purple sparkle things that kind of land and then stay on the ground? So if you run through the fire, like a meteor shower fire.
Yeah. Like, how long is it going to last? Is this like a spec op that we're getting? This is a Storm Chaser question.
Yeah, because Smog was asking about the effect.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. While Storm Chaser is on in the side chat, no, he is not a moderator. Yes, he does have the wrench. He has the wrench for one reason and one reason only. That is so YouTube doesn't time him out when he's typing. Because he does get a lot of questions and he does type a lot, so we gave him the wrench. It is a limited time effect.
Limited time effect.
That's
okay.
Cool.
That is good. Time range, please, if you can. So that way people know if they get the one that's going to hurt us. This way, it's like if it's 5 minutes, okay, just wait 5 minutes, then you can.
Yeah, it's the purple sparkly fire AOE on the ground, like the Thor 90 cave bases. So I do Thor 90 cave bases. I figured that's what it was.
Yeah, so if you roll your stuff through it, it's like burning it,
Yep. And you definitely, as it goes to fire at you, it will spread. Be very careful with your escorts, because as the billy goats were to fire or the meteor shower will fire, as it lands on the ground, you think, oh, well, my escort's up in the air. No, it'll do damage up there too. So it goes up and out.
Yep.
See, we're getting kinky over here because we're going from
I know.
hot rods to up and out. So,
I like that, because he even called it the same thing I call it. Watch out for those purple sparkly things in the cave. Oh, wait, I was mistaken.
he says, wait, he was mistaken. That thorium fire does persist throughout the battle.
The meteor shower does?
Yeah, I'm wondering that. Yeah, so
Biscuit eater.
how long does this affect? What we're wondering is how long does this effect last? So if, let's say, you do get the meteor shower and you don't want that one, will it eventually time out after how long? And then we can
Doesn't
go.
look like it persists throughout the entire battle.
Yeah, the battle. But if it's, like, say, okay, so basically, if that's the case, you get that, you hit the base, retreat.
I was going to say, because it is part of the bonus crates that you have to do with the bonus bases. So we're talking about, when you get to the bonus level, there's a lot of players that haven't even been able to make it to the bonus level. And a lot of people didn't want to, in previous holdouts, really didn't want to, they would do the bonus base one time to get whatever prizes there were, and then they would never do the bonus base again. I like that they added something different with the crates, because it gives you a little bit more incentive to get these bonus crate rewards. But then again, on the flip side, you have to really, not everybody's going to be able to even do a bonus base. I mean, I struggled, especially the first holdout, until I got, my feet under me. And the last holdout, I think I only did the bonus base maybe once very well, and the second time I really butchered it, so I didn't do it again.
So he says the effects activate immediately. You don't get to use it. You don't get to choose to use it or not. It just happens. And he says the crates appear in all the bases, not just a bonus.
Oh.
And you will see the meteors coming down though, so you should have some time to move it out of the way at least.
Okay. Well, then I was mistaken. I'm sorry. The way we were reading it, because of the way it came out, that it was only associated with just the bonus base. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification. I definitely need to get with the European show and let them know that we gave out wrong information.
So my other question for you, Storm, is basically if we get something we don't want, hit the holdout base and then end attack, and it goes away. That's what I'm getting. So
that's what I'm getting too.
Good. Hopefully we're in consensus. So.
Oh, but you're gonna so you'll see them then. So it's not like they're gonna, gosh bless America. I'm assuming that they have, because of where Mr. Storm Chaser came from, that they have QA'd the heck testing out of this one. So hopefully this won't add too much lag or anything. But
lag?
What's that?
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, what's that? Yes, the effect would not be present if you end attack and try again. Okay.
Yay. Okay, great.
Yay. So we know a way around it. Yay.
Somebody would be asking that question later. Or we would get a comment on the show and ask.
Great.
Okay.
I lost my scroll mouse. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. We're done with that anyway, so.
I'm going to screenshot what he said so that I can send that off to somebody else.
It was just that page for whatever reason.
Misinformation. Again, it was just, we were making the assumption earlier today that because it appeared after the content of the bonus base, that these crates, you only got them with the bonus bases. So if he's saying it's throughout them, then I need to make sure that that other team knows. Okay, got it.
Anyway.
All right, so where are we going next?
Detail on this thing. Good God, Tony. Nice.
Tony's good. Tony knows stuff.
Look, you can even see the treads on the tires.
I know. Look at that. See the spikes on it in there?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, though, is that blood or is that rust?
I just want to know how long the warranty is.
30 seconds or
3,000 miles.
3,000 miles, whichever comes first.
How's the gas mileage?
2 miles per gallon.
I like it. I mean, I really do. And I'm not really a fan of pink. Like about 5 years ago, when there were a few War Commander, I'll just say ladies of War Commander that they were really into Hello Kitty and they wanted the option to have a pink command center, and I was like, no, 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 I don't want any pink in War Commander. But see, this is pink and a
I don't
subtle.
want pink either.
Yeah, it's pink and a subtle. It's cute for ice cream. I like the little lights, the string of lights.
The only thing that I want and they have not done yet is instead of spiders for like towards Halloween and stuff like that, have the It clowns. And I'm like, they haven't done that yet.
No, I
Well,
don't
we,
know.
what did we have last Halloween? We had Jason Voorhees.
Mhm.
What else?
Well, see, if you're gonna have what is the phobia for spiders?
Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, yep.
So then, I mean, you gotta go with the flow and get everybody all, for those people who are arachnophobic and that kept complaining about it last time, gotta go with the next one.
Clowns. Thank you.
Yep,
Thank
clown.
Thank you.
Coming out of the little storm drain or whatever.
Storm-
It's like, hey, hi guys. Yeah, that'd be a cool trophy for next year. A clown coming out or a zombie drain hole. There you go. Killer clowns from outer space.
Or have it where it's peeking around something. Or look like it's a drain or something like that coming out from the ground, and something look like it's peeking up, like the grave one where the guy tries to come out and falls backwards. I had that in my base, and it's like it'll piss people off, but at the same time it'd be kind of cool. In addition to have like one of those little drains. It looks like a little drain coming out from the ground, and have the clown look up, smile, and then go back down.
Oh, crap. Well, we just had somebody else join. Wow. Hello, King.
Hey, King.
King of the jungle.
Hey,
What the hell made you join? You haven't joined a show in God knows how long.
I work.
Well, wait, you work?
No, not really.
Okay.
Sit at a desk and watch other people work. But
Okay, there you go. So, what do you think so far, real quick, of everything that we've gone over?
I'm actually excited for this ice cream truck. Not gonna lie.
You're just like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first one in line getting that ice cream. Gotta be the drumstick though.
I actually just had one. Of all things,
Ouch.
I won't tell you they're using goat's milk for the ice cream. And they're getting it from a male goat, so you guys figure that out.
By the way, Destry, did you like your birthday song?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. I had to take a 3-week crash course in goat just to learn to sing you happy birthday.
Oh God.
You did fine. You did really well. Everything was understandable.
And for those of you that have me on your friends list, you can ignore the day holdout starts and all that. Just pay attention to the game. That's all I'm going to say. Pay attention to the game. So, because I'll be playing the game. I was kind of hoping for something, but I got to play. I'm not getting any special treatment because it's my birthday, but still. Crates are only for holdout at this. Okay, the crate system is for the holdout at this time. So maybe down the road we'll get them, but don't know. We got enough on the map as it is, guys. Come on, don't ask for more. Jeez,
You're not gonna have room to send your tunes.
Between metal bases, res bases, thorium bases, token bases. Unit bases. We got enough on the map.
I need all that stuff.
Yeah, but we need all that stuff.
Got to have it.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe Storm Chaser's idea will come into play down the road. It will help reduce the sector stuff that we have in there. sector specific. You have a res sectors, you'll have metal sectors, you'll have thorium sectors, but we'll still need it in our sector itself, but reduce it by tenfold. Because I did like that idea you brought up that one show. So, but I know that's something down the road. So, anyway, so wow. So, how many of you have actually tried out the new Gen 2 platforms?
I already have one built, and it does give a heck of an extra amount of armor.
It does. However, people are saying it is kind of makes your base a little weaker. However, who cares? There's ways around it. Figure it out.
It's like, gee, thanks.
I'm not giving away every single secret. I'm sorry. There are ways to make those platforms stronger. So that's all I'm putting out there.
That's what he said.
For now. Yes, I have them. Yes, they will. The new what is it? Lead. What's it called? Jeez, I got a brain fart. Lead. What? Lead something. Come on, somebody help me out here. What's it called?
Sorry. What are you asking for?
The new turret. Lead turret. Lead something.
Lead storm or whatever.
Lead storm. There you go. Yes, those pack a punch. And hello, champ.
Hey, champ.
What's up, guys?
Hey, 2 times in one night, they're going to start talking, champ.
Wow.
Hello.
Hey, champ.
I'm saying, me champ's going to have to get a hotel room. Two
Champ,
times. I'm sorry, 2 times in 2 nights. Wow.
Right.
Hello.
Champ, the bar is on the left. It's open bar. The beer's in the fridge. It's ice cold.
Yep.
Right on, dude. Thank you.
And the ice cream's being handed out by the ladies from the Screamer.
Yes, they are.
All right. Well, since you came on, who else has joined? Oh, jeez. Somebody else. Oh, no, it's Dead Never mind. I'm just.
I was going to say, it's Destry, but what you guys
Oh, he's not important.
Oh.
All right. Well, since we have had 3 people join since reading over everything.
Mm-hmm.
And King, have you read over everything yet? All the update notes?
Yep.
What do you think? Come on.
But what in specific?
Okay, so you got the bug fixes. What do you think of those? Did you get affected by them?
No.
Okay. The new unit that's coming out, the Screamer. You said you like it? You're going to be first in line. What about the holdout stuff?
I'm actually interested in the crates, and the rewards are actually really, really good this time around. So I'm looking forward to that. The crates will definitely be interesting, though, depending on how all that folds in.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, instant spec ops, they last just that duration. So, all right, Champ, what do you think?
I think the only thing I was affected by was when you put your units on Ruby, they go for the dragon's teeth and the wire, and that's about it.
See, I told you people still use Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I do sometimes.
Well, what happens is after you've cleared out a base and you're missing like one item, you click Ruby to find it, and it goes right to the teeth, and it was like, what the fuck? That's no help.
Exactly what he just said. I could not have said that any better.
Yeah, I mean, even if your tunes are on Ruby, you can still kind of control them.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. So, what do you think of the new Screamer unit?
I have not read up on it, so I have no comment at this time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What about the holdout stuff?
I love Holdout. I can't wait for it.
You just can't wait to get all those tokens. Just
Oh
admit
yeah,
it.
I that's my favorite event. I love the Holdouts. I love that event. It's my favorite event. I can't wait.
I thought you liked Warpath.
I like Warpath too. It's kind of last one was kind of a grind for me, but as you get up there on levels, you kind of
You kind of run out of targets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Champ knows one of my favorite things is Warpath.
Yeah. Mine
Yeah.
too. And I am dragging and clawing and kicking my feet not to become a level 49 because I'm sort of kind of like in that cool zone for Warpath.
Mm-hmm.
I just graduated.
My ass. What level are you, babe?
I just graduated. 37.
No, you're not.
Awesome. About to
Jim-
graduate 46.
Like I
So,
say, he
real-
was 46.
real
So
quick-
we were hitting base per base. He was still getting 20 more blue goo than me for every single base. I was just like, it's driving me nuts. You're driving me crazy. It's like, it's not like we can go backwards. And I don't want to be a level 49 to do the next
Well,
Warpath. I want
If
to
you set your upgrade to where it ends when you're offline, maybe that offline thing where it doesn't add to it, it might work for you.
It's like, I'm like, stop coining the speed up. Stop coining the speed up. Just let it take time and make sure you're offline.
It rhymes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, one of the things I was curious about is I know the May calendar it's been delayed, but what I was wondering if gunship bases are going to be on that map or on that calendar.
That's a good question. If Storm's still there, I'm sure that's something he might be able to comment on.
Yeah, I really need some gunship tech.
Yeah,
So
because like everybody's using them now, so
yeah, so that's what
that and Lancers.
That should have been some of the event payout, but it didn't.
So real quick, we just finished with Invasion, so I want to bring that up. Now let's go down the panel and get your rating on Invasion. We'll start off with Champ first, real quick. What do you think of Invasion?
I've never been a big fan since they got rid of trophies, and I rated that like a 7, I guess. It was okay, you can do it over and over through thorium and tokens. It wasn't too bad. Difficulty wasn't that bad, and I just did it to get it out of the way. That's it. The Lancer tokens, that was pretty generous to Kixeye.
Oh yeah.
What time did you get, Champ, if you don't mind me asking?
I think my best time was like 15 minutes and 45 seconds or something.
Same.
If I remember. Yep.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Destry, did you do Invasion?
Yeah, I did it kind of here and there. I thought it was good. It was easy enough to get through for the time that I spent on it. So I gave it about an 8.
All right. Skipjack.
Shoot, I was muted because I was typing. I'm sorry. Well, I didn't go through it. I've never been that big of a competitor for the times, although I didn't think my time was all that bad. I think I ended up with a 12-14. And that was I actually forgot because I was thinking of like the defensive waves for one of the waves. I think it was either 6 or 7. I sat there and watched my yellow jackets kind of spin around the Vindicators. I'm like, you dummy, you're supposed to be doing this faster. So I ran some stuff out there to kill the Vindicators. I'm like, my drone silos almost made my times worse. So I knew better. I like that they mixed it up, but I've never been a big competitor to try to get too high up. I'm glad that they kind of changed the awards more for participation. It's not just for like the top 300 or the top 1,000. It was nice to see that there were some decent awards. I liked getting the tokens that I got. I will admit it openly. I do not have Andrew, so my feelings would not have been hurt if I didn't get any Andrew tokens. But when he comes out in 2 events, when we have an all-faction event, I will probably get him because I hear that he's going to be getting some love soon. So,
did they give Andrew tokens or did they give Lancer tokens?
Lancer tokens.
You got Lancer tokens and an Andrew token, depending on where you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So if you were up in the higher ones, yes, it was both. I was happy with my Lancer tokens.
Same.
So.
I got 12 Lancer tokens. I was happy with that.
I do believe, if I remember it correctly, if you were in the top 500, you got 2 Andrew tokens. Top 100,
You got 3.
you got 3.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yep.
so,
That's pretty cool.
I got
and the top 1,000, and if you got under 500 to 1,000, you got, I think,
1 Andrew and 20 Lancers for a top 1,000.
Yeah.
So,
My only kind of stink about that is I wish they just straight out give a Bloodthorn token so we can upgrade any hero we want, you know. So, I mean, instead of limiting to a specific unit.
Maybe down the road. Maybe down the road.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, King. I know you probably didn't even do invasion, did you?
No.
Okay, skip you. All right. Then we're gonna go over to Rambo.
I give it a 9.5. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad that they allowed us to rerun it and get, more thorium and more metals. That is a big help, especially, it helps out people that are trying to get stuff that they didn't get. I think it was well balanced. And I don't know. I was able to keep tweaking it enough.
Twerking.
Twerking it.
Twerking in the 80s.
I had to twerk.
Well, we all see what time you got too. So 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's good.
I got lucky.
That is
top 100.
That is good.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the one real quick. We don't want to know what your time is because you were what in the top 50.
It's a 10-minute time. It was right. I give it a score of a 10 because the amusement value was so good. Like I spent all day with a group of players, beating and perfecting and trying, and it was awesome.
All right. Well, according to Storm Chaser, this goes to you, champ. The gunship bases are due back in May towards the end, the 27th to the 29th. So there you go. The end of the month.
I'll book that on my calendar. Thank you.
You're going to be, I'm sick, guys. I can't come in.
I wish it was on a weekend. I'll spend all day on those bases.
Right.
The one, you got number 37. Nice job.
Thank you.
So, all right, this is from Zach. He said, meh to the invasion. The only thing worth it was the medals. And by the way, Skip, they weren't Vindicators. They're the clerics. All right, let's go to Ghost Rider.
You were trying to say Ghostface, weren't you?
Actually, I was trying to say your real name, but
I know.
I actually enjoyed it. I cannot give it any higher than a 9 for a couple of reasons. Mainly because I guess over time I've been seeing people not even try invasion because there's no trophy anymore. People like trophies to hide things, and that was one of the main things that people enjoyed invasion about, or even tried invasion, was because of the trophy. So I would like to see that come back. But I did like the medal payout. Didn't really care about the Thor, honestly, because you can get Thor on the map any day. The Thor mounts were okay. Everything was even out and so forth. I believe the time frame for invasion was right time frame. How hard it was. It wasn't bad at all. I coined it a little bit just so I can get through 10 faster to try to see if I can beat the 1. Didn't work, but I did get about what Champ got, 15 something, but maybe next time. But I enjoyed it.
oh, well, that's good. Well, my turn real quick. I enjoyed it. I actually did it 3 times. The second time I'm like going, oh, my Thor's going to waste. Guess what I used it on? something that I had been putting off for quite a while. And yeah, it was doing my walls.
Oh, okay.
So I upgraded my walls finally. Yes, I was being lazy. I didn't do the last level.
Well, he's come back. He's got to come back slow to play now. Come on, give him time.
Oh my God. So with that,
Hurry up, Dave, man.
Hey, I got my 9 Gen 2 platforms. I got my maxed lead storms, or whatever you want to call them. It went not so, it is what it is. But with that, yeah, I'll have to give it a 9. I never give anything a 10. Ever. I never give something a perfect score. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Kicksai. So, but that's just me.
He gets
Meanie
all the time.
Well, give him a 9.9, dude.
Okay, 9.99999. How's that?
There you go.
There you go.
And my first time around, honestly, I didn't really try really with any defenders whatsoever, really. And it was like, a 16 something. And then so let me try with some defenders. It went down a little bit. Then my last one was 1251, I do believe. So I scored in the top 500. I'm happy. Could I gotten it down lower? Probably, but I didn't have time to sit there and do it another time. So wish I did, but I didn't.
I do. If I could just add one more thing, I do like it. Like some people who say that they don't want to participate in Warpath, but and to remind not that we're having one, but to remind everybody, it is okay to hit each other in your own alliance during Warpath, which is like the ultimate base test, and you still get something because you earn blue goo and infamy. But it's one of the things also about Invasion, even though kind of like Champ a little bit. I'm not like as excited about Invasion, although they did mix it up a little bit differently. And, I like the medals. Don't get me wrong. I had no problem using the medals. But I kind of do see it as, especially with the new content that we're getting since CC15, it does give me a chance to see how my base is going to do. I wasn't able to do the last event because I was really ill. So I didn't get to see the event waves. I didn't get to see some of the new stuff coming into the bases. So that was one of the reasons why I was more playing around with it, whether or not I could make it or not. I'd hit stop or I'd hit end or, I'm like, okay, I can't do this one. I need to make some adjustments. So I kind of see sometimes even Invasion is a good chance, instead of a go-go bar test, is to actually just say, well, let me move some things around. And I want to remind everybody, think outside of the box. If you struggle with Invasion, or even in the event, remember to think outside of the box. So if your CC is more, say, to closer, I'm going to use a baseball reference, but if your CC is a little bit off-centered and it's more towards, say, between third base and second base, so more in that general direction, and you see videos that other players are putting out, move your CC. If you don't think your turrets are strong enough, and you don't think your units are strong enough, and you don't have the buildings like we have, the higher levels have to have producers, move your CC over a little bit, and then put some units there that that will drop whatever those units are out of the sky. Like the Herald, for instance, came in like right about where the shortstop stands between second and third base. So try to remember that you don't have to keep the base design that you have. If what's happening to you is causing you not to win, think outside the box. Line up a whole bunch of turrets diagonally, and blow that shit out of the sky if that's what you've got to do. Your turrets are 5 seconds with Thor, so which is a good reason to have Thor. If you say to yourself, well, daggone it, there's so much air that comes in at 3 o'clock or third base, or there's so much air that comes in, between third base and home plate, line your turrets up if you have to, and blow that air out of the sky. Think outside the box. Don't always think that your base has to stay static. If it's one wave that you're having a hard time with, move your CC the heck out of the way, and do what you can with what you can. You don't have to keep your base in one design. Try to think of different tactics that would help you to get through that next wave. Same thing with the events. I see a lot of people missing out on some XP. They say, well, my base would never survive that defense wave. And if I know that player, and I say, let me look at your base. And I say, okay, do this. Move your CC here and line up all your avalanches this way. And sure enough, it was like one air unit or one, series of units that they could. Well, I never thought about doing that. I was like, there you go. Now wait for your base to repair and put it back. So they're missing out on, in my opinion, thousands of XP. So remember to think outside the box and if you're not really into Invasion for what Invasion is, to try to get a really good time, use it as a base test. And remember to, like I said, think outside the box, move things around a little bit, and see if you get a better result. You never know. All my stuff, I'm sorry, I almost said shit. I have no walls in my at all, and all my stuff is all crammed into first base.
True
It
story.
has not changed in 8 months, and I make it through every event. I make it through every invasion, and I don't have to change much in my base. And until I got to wave 8, I didn't even have to put any defenders in my base. My producers were enough. So I have no walls. Everything is shoved. All my turrets are lined up diagonally, and it splits my base, and everything is covered. So just try to think outside the box and don't give up, or grab somebody who's experienced.
Try things.
Help and let them help you. If you need to for one wave, move your Tesla. Or if you're using an orbital hammer, move your orbital hammer. Or, line some stuff up and get yourself through what you need to get through. Don't give up. So that was all I really wanted to say about that, because I see some people that give up because they don't think that they can survive. And if you already know where the units are coming from, then it gives you a chance to set up or, move some things around a little bit. You don't have to tear your base apart, but move some things around a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mean to name drop or anything, but everybody knows Cyram here.
Yep.
Every invasion or every event, he puts out videos, and I really suggest people subscribe to him. I think he used to, when invasion was like on a regular basis, he used to just put out videos of invasions, just showing where the units come from.
Yep.
Yeah. Just to show it. He wasn't actually
There's a few
doing
people
it.
that do that, and you gotta watch them if you're worried about losing your stuff. You gotta watch the videos that people put out, because they all teach you different things.
Yeah.
And, I must have designed mine about a dozen times before I got it down to the time that I got it. I mean, I was in the 15, 16, 17 minute when I first started as is, but I had to tear up my whole base just to do it.
One of the things I do is whenever I get base hits, I just modify it based on the hitters, and I find that a lot of times when the heavy hitters have come and hit mine, because like I said, it's almost a 46. I use that to learn how to modify my base, and then it actually comes in handy when it comes to stuff like that. For invasion and whatever else, it actually does pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good base test.
Yeah, that's all that, really. I have, like I said, I have two guys in our alliance, but one other guy that was with us for a short time, and he's gone off. He hadn't played for like 2.5 years. And of course his base was like, and so after like maybe, I think it was 2 events or the 3rd event, he's like, well, I can't handle that. I'm like, yes, you can. Don't skip that defensive wave. Let me tell you what you can do. And he had plenty of time. Of course, he could skip the last defensive wave, but to me, it was too much XP that he was giving up because he felt like his static base, the way that it was laid out. I was like, look, do this. I said, this is where the units are going to deploy. You're going to put your CC over here, kind of out of the way. You're going to line up your defensive tune this way, and then I want you to take all your avalanches and line them up like this. And he was completely blown away because he was constantly skipping that wave. And especially if you're running a bonus, like I'm sorry, my dog's barking in the kitchen.
Is that what that is?
Not the husband.
That's the feed me some more.
That's my Bailey.
Something else going on in there.
That's my Bailey. Daddy had a treat, and she wanted it bad.
Wow. Was it bacon?
I know. But he was really blown away by that. And now he occasionally, if he can't make it, that's what he does. He tries to think outside the box a little bit, because still his base is, he's just now getting CC14. So he's kind of really so you can imagine, like I said, what some of his turrets were. So it's taken a while for him to make his base to actually be relevant, and him not skip every defensive wave. So just something to think about.
Alrighty. So we've gone over invasion, we've gone over holdout, we've gone over the new Screamer unit.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, it's a Screamer. Right?
Mm-hmm. If you want me to do the Harry and Sally thing, I can. But when Harry met Sally,
let's not say we did.
Easy, Dave.
You done yet?
The best 30 seconds of her life. Now I
God.
30
30 seconds. I would hope I could make you last a little bit longer than 30 seconds.
And you made one drop out because of that too.
Wow.
King left.
I just
wow. Okay.
Do it again.
No, it's not the same we did. So, what? Somebody better get it.
Hello, someone.
All
Open
right.
the door. Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Pizza delivery?
Nope, it's beer delivery.
Oh, that's even better.
Uber stopped off at the gas station on the way with your pizza.
Right on, dude.
Well, if she's a screamer, it's an ice cream delivery.
All right.
Screen delivery.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if Storm Chaser is still out there. If you are, please pipe up. Let's see if he's got any questions for us.
I didn't do it.
I don't know if I can answer his questions, man.
I did mention, although it's on forums and it has been mentioned in Discord, but just a quick one, I mentioned it earlier on the European show, public service announcement. If you have been stepped away or you haven't caught up with either Discord or forums, CM Bernie is still with the company, but he has moved to Battle Pirates, and Kix Lyle, again, back in the day it was CM and then the person's name, now it's Kix _. So Kix Lyle is our community manager. So just because it doesn't say CM, it's just because they've changed those.
And it's not Kyle, it's Lyle.
Yes, it is Lyle.
Is he an intern or is he just?
No, he's perm. He's perm. But there was like a little bit of a transition. We as moderators have been working with him for quite a while, and he was working alongside of some of the other CMs and some of the other management, and then working alongside with CM Bernie. And now CM Bernie. It doesn't mean that CM Bernie won't pop in for War Commander, but now each one of the games has its own CM. So some of you were aware that CM Bernie was covering several games at once, and now every single game, Kix Dade is the community manager for Vega Conflict. CM Chris is the community manager, among other things, for War Commander Rogue Assault. CM Bernie will be the community manager for Battle Pirates, and Kix Lyle is our newest member of the team, and Kixai will be our community manager. So please bear with him to allow him the time to, he's not like some of the other players like Storm Chaser who came up through the ranks, or some of the other members on the team. He didn't come from within Kixai. So he's not used to the cadence of things, but he catches on really quick. He's very smart. He's intelligent. He has a wonderful sense of humor. He's a great communicator. And I just like to remind everybody, yeah, of course it is the 1st of May, but it has always been this way. We always get the calendar either 1 or 2 days before the first day of the month or the first day of the month. It has always been this way. But again, just because he puts it out, that doesn't mean that he's the one who makes it. So if it's not out there, it's because the team isn't ready to release that information. So yeah, of course, when they say everything is subject to change on the calendar, I think everybody here on the panel and longtime members of War Commander, I would rather them put something out that's correct than to put something out and 3 days later pull a bunch of stuff off the calendar. That's just my personal opinion, but being a moderator for 7 years, I would rather them put something out correctly than for them to put something out and then have to pull a bunch of stuff because it's FUBAR'd.
And for the record, she means material for War Commander.
Exactly. So give him some breathing room. Allow him to get to know everybody and kind of get in the groove. We also, in addition to that, I know there's a very active thread. I'm not saying anything bad about the thread. I think it's very constructive about the communication, but keep in mind we did have a very late Easter week, April 22nd. So Easter hasn't been that late in April only once that late in April in the past 10 years. So the Kixai is a wonderful company to work for, I think, for the employees. They give their employees time to take off for certain holidays. And for a lot of people, that's a holy or religious week. So there were some days off there. So yeah, we had the holiday, we have the end of the month, and we've got holdout coming. So he has a lot of things on his plate.
Yeah, I heard you mention that earlier about the holidays. That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't think it's not like they go yelling and screaming and say, hey, these are all the days that we're going to be off. There's always somebody working at Kixeye, but the base of Kixeye's company is based on the western coast of the North American continent. It's not all in
Right.
San Francisco. And there are people who cover for other people, but I do appreciate the fact that knowing that, that we are working in tandem with a company that allows their employees to have that time off for those specific holidays. I mean, me personally. So I have a lot more respect for Kixeye because they do that. So just keep that in mind. He's getting the information out, and he's fully in charge now. So that doesn't mean you won't see Kix Kristen. It doesn't mean you won't see one of the other CMs come in and cover for somebody. But Kix Lyle is our community manager going forward. So, and it's a permanent thing, unless he decides to change his mind and runs away. No, he won't.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to have some internet issues, and I do need to reboot my router.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I lost wireless. So, kiddo's complaining. So, yeah, I need to do that. We need to wrap this little bad boy up. So, let's go ahead and go with our shout-outs and moans, groans, and complaints. More moans and groans than complaints, hopefully.
I love that Andy Griffin background music.
So if I just want to moan, I don't have to give a groan and a complaint?
All right.
Okay.
Champ, we will start off with you.
I don't really have any moans, groans, or complaints, so I'm good. I've been having fun. I'm still playing the game. 7 years strong, man. I think it's 7 years now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was gonna say you're a little over 7 years because you were playing. Yeah, because when I came on as a moderator, it was moderated for BP.
Yeah.
Playing about a year and a half.
So,
all right.
Everyone, farewell to Bernie. He did a decent job. So despite anything said in the past, he was a pretty good CM. So best of luck to him, and welcome to the new the CM Lyle.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, Destry, you're up.
AKA Destry.
I don't really have many moans and complaints. I do want to shout out to you guys on the panel. You guys definitely for doing the show. I don't ever take this game too personal. I just play it to have fun. So keep it on going.
Keep it on going.
All right, Skip, you're up.
Me. Oh, okay. I would like to definitely thank the panel. Really want to thank Storm Chaser for popping into the side chat because I know he was really incredibly busy today when they had the European show going, and answering all those questions. So especially that last part about the bonus crates. So again, the assumption that was made in the European show, I'll make sure that I get that information off to those people so that everybody doesn't have the wrong information. I want to also, without crying, special shout out to CM Bernie because I'm going to miss him so much, although I know I can reach out to him anytime on Discord. He's just been one of the best community managers that I've ever had the pleasure of working under and reporting to. And I like Lyle. He has a great sense of humor, and he's already is a great communicator before he was ever introduced to the community. And he just seems like he's a ball of energy. He has an incredible amount of experience. I hope that he will do a podcast soon and introduce himself to the community. Maybe do something where Light Touch is the interviewer and Kix Lyle is the interviewee, and he can explain to the community where he has worked, the degrees that he has, the games that he's worked for, other games that you all would know them by name that he's worked for or on. He has a very vast amount of community knowledge, community management skills, and community player retention. He is very, very pro what does the community want, how do they want it, and what more than anything, what don't they like. So I really want to thank the community also for those of you who have reached out to him and welcomed him. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, David, for inviting me to the show. I appreciate the invitation. I want to give a shout out to my sector 179. That's where I'm at. It's my home. You can catch me out of a bubble. Feel free to hit me. We're just pixels. And shout out to my clan. Oh, well. And which is, they're basically like family at this point. So thank you. That's it.
All righty. Thank you for coming on. Rambo, you're up.
I just want to thank for the invite to come to the show. Glad everybody made it today and was able to. Hopefully, we were able to educate everybody. Looking forward to all the new stuff. Game's running smoother, and I like all the new stuff that's coming out. So as long as I can keep it going, we'll keep everybody going. I like it.
All right. All right. The one, you're up.
Yeah, I also want to give a big shout out to Kicksai and thank you for keeping the game interesting. Really like the new things in the game. And then, yeah, farewell, Bernie. I want to say he did a great job as a CM. It's a very hard job, so he did what he could do. And last of all, I want to give a shout out to my war dog because it's 3 a.m. He wants to go to sleep.
All right, no cat noises.
Meow.
Hey. All right. Ghost Rider, you're up.
Oh, shout out to the panel, of course, as always, and to Storm Chaser for popping in on the side chat. You're always appreciated to come on and help us out. And if you ever want to get in the hangout, just let me know and I'll send you the link. As per the show, I wanted to mention something to Dark and Skipjack. Thank you for allowing me to become another co-producer. I am honored.
Oh, wow. We're glad to have you. I'm excited that you didn't give up.
All right.
I thought I forgot everything, but it turned out I didn't. So
No, you didn't, and you did, and you're doing fine. You're doing absolutely fine.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And the other thing is that one thing I want to talk to the other people about is to, people like all of us here on the panel can always put stuff behind us to put on a good show for the community. We're here to provide information that's good for the community. We are not here just for ourselves. It's to pass on information to you. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Champ and my sector 80. They are awesome. They are awesome. And that's my shout out.
All right. All right. Or am I muted? Nope, I'm not muted. Yes. Okay, great. Well, Zach, you fell asleep at the wheel, so you're screwed. I'm not letting you do a shout out. All right. Actually, I probably already know what his shout out is to the panel and to everybody out on YouTube. Thank you. That's his shout out. So it's up to me for the final words of the night. Words of wisdom, sometimes words to live by. I don't care how you look at it or how you perceive it. So with that being said, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a game. It is a bunch of pixels. Try not to make it too personal, because sometimes people do, and it does happen, and you can hurt the person on the other side of the keyboard. Now, it's like I said, it's just pixels, so turn chat off. Make it fun for you. No, don't make it fun for them by giving in. You make it fun for yourself first. Then you can make it fun for your friends. But we all play this for our friends. We keep playing for our friends that we have made through this game.
You mind if I say something real quick?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, man, it's just I've known a few people on this that I've met on this game. They've actually gone on to have actual relationships and stuff. That's how this game is kind of. This game interaction between players has gone on, I mean, like real people just meeting on this game has actually led to fucking, it's like Match.com kind of thing,
I met Jim playing Battle Pirates in 2012.
It's
and,
just
and we're married now. So I mean, you might think that that's kind of weird. It's not like I met him in Battle Pirates and like 5 minutes later, you know, we were shacking up together. No, it wasn't like that. We played together for over a year.
yeah.
But you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's part of the community.
I think that's awesome.
I mean, it's a trip how important this game is to a lot of players, and that the player to player aspect of communicating with other players and the community and the relationships we built over the years. It's so fucking awesome, man. And that's the funnest part of this fucking game. I don't mean to cuss, but I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dave. I apologize.
That's all right. That's all right. You
I'm
have a valid point there.
I'm so glad you brought it up because we talked about that last night. I haven't talked to you in months, and he just happened to pop into my sector. He was the only person. He came by himself. Yeah, he's still technically, 179 enemy tag, but I don't care. He's my friend.
Yeah.
You know, I won't say your name, but that person name and Jan, because that is my name, he and I are friends. You know, Champ is a player, but he and I are friends.
Right.
So the way I see that is I don't care what tag he has on. I'm not gonna not say hello to someone that I consider a friend, whether my sector is an enemy sector to him or not. It would
let everybody else dictate who you can say hi to and who you can't.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sorry.
I think it's absolutely awesome. I know some about what you're talking about, but yeah, it's actually awesome. And I look at it this way: you get together by stuff that you like, and you go from there.
Yeah.
One other thing. Debo is in the chat, so I have to say hello to Debo. And where the hell were you, man?
Oh man! All right, I got 4 words for Debo, and I'm gonna say it. Ball cock ball challenge. 4 words. There you go. Still waiting for it. Still waiting for that picture, man.
All right. Well, like I said, everybody, this is just a game, so you make it fun for you first.
Yep.
And then you go from there. You make your friends, and you keep them. You know, some people do come and go, but your friendships will always be there, regardless of this game. So, with that being said, everybody. One other announcement: as Brandy's already spoiled it, or Ghost Killer, or
Ghost Face. How about that?
Ghost Rider.
There's Ryder. I don't think she minds if you call her Brandy because we all call you David, but really, honestly.
So, with that being said, everybody, we have a new producer for at least during the week, maybe on weekends as well, to help out Anton. So, with that being said, everybody, welcome, Ghost Rider.
I appreciate it. I'll assist wherever I can.
So,
Yep, congratulations. I'm so glad. I'm going to say it not like, I'm just going to say, War Commander Sister, I'm glad that you didn't give up and you just took some time and now you're back in the saddle, baby.
Well, I am just thankful that, everybody can get stuff that happened in the past and just move on and just come together and put on a good show for the community.
Yep.
And then still be friends on the outside. And I really do appreciate working with you guys and ladies.
All right.
And I agree.
All right, everybody. This is War Commander Unshackled. Hit the like and subscribe button so you can get future shows notifications. And we are